So you're thinking about moving to Bend, Oregon, and you're not alone. Bend has been voted the second fastest growing city in America, and for good reason. Known for outdoor recreation, year-round sunshine, and friendly locals, living in Bend has its perks. But I'm about to tell you 7 of the worst things about living in Bend, Oregon, and why you may want to take a second look before making that move. Let's go. Welcome to Vibrant Living in Oregon. My name is Melissa, and on this channel, we explore what it's really like living, working, playing, eating, and yes, buying real estate here in beautiful Oregon. And if you're looking to relocate here, please give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We absolutely love helping people just like you find their perfect home in the location that best fits your needs. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so every time I come out with a new video, you get notified. All right, let's get into it. Bend, Oregon has been a hotspot for remote workers, serious athletes, outdoor enthusiasts, and families for years. In fact, it's growing so fast that I thought you might want to know what life is really like living in Bend, Oregon. Topic number 7, far away from everything. Number 7 on my list of the worst things about living in Bend is that we are far away from everything. We're 3, sometimes 4 hours from mostly everything else in Oregon. Central Oregon is definitely a remote place, and you have to drive quite a ways to get to another major city, which means things like shopping, sometimes medical treatment. Just being in a new area means long drives or a plane flight. Flying out of a small airport like the Redmond Airport is not always convenient, and it can be an added hour to 3 hours onto your trip. For international flights, you may want to take the 3.5-hour drive to Portland, so you have a more direct flight and much cheaper airfare. There are more limited options if you need services for your home, like electricians, plumbers, or yard services. And for personal, like great doctors, and if you're picky about your hair, like me, a great hairdresser can be difficult to find and costs can sometimes be higher than in places like California or Seattle, being in a remote area. But I've done my research and can get you plugged into some wonderful options if you reach out. Another consideration for ladies especially, shopping can be super limited and traveling to Portland is usually your best bet if you need to get a mall fix. We do have the Old Mill and some wonderful smaller shops downtown that do a great job of stocking the latest styles. But if you want more variety and something other than that Oregon vibe, online shopping can be a godsend. We have some of the best delivery drivers around, and if you need tips on hiding the evidence, just reach out. Topic number 6, commuting. In a city that's expanding as quickly as Bend is, you might want to know that getting anywhere fast is probably not going to happen. Construction is literally everywhere. Expansion means growth, and growth means detours. Construction signs are on nearly every road. Even the main highway is being completely remodeled to accommodate the larger population. Now, this can be a good thing. Our population growth requires larger roads, but the inconvenience of being rerouted and stopped throughout your commute can really wear on you. I definitely feel it on my daily drives to my kids' school. And while we're talking about Bend commuting, you may not already know that we have a ton of roundabouts. Bend loves roundabouts. There are about 50 in our city as of this recording, with more to come. And those slow down drivers and traffic. If you're from a place like Montana, where the speed limit is 75 miles per hour, or California, where the speed limit is whatever you can get away with, this might be a big adjustment for you. Our speed limit in Bend is 45 miles per hour, and that's on the highway. Topic number 5, tourism. It's crowded here in Bend during the summer months and even the winter months for ski season. Again, with the traffic, it can be challenging during these times as Bend's population expands a lot. Reservations for dinners out get booked up, meaning you need to plan at least a week and sometimes weeks in advance for some of our top restaurants. Plan to wait at least 30 minutes to over an hour sometimes for some of the best breakfast spots in town, like my favorites, McKay's Cottage or Chow. If you're one of those outdoor enthusiasts I mentioned earlier, and you plan to enjoy the beautiful campsites and lakes, It can mean coordinating your day to get to your preferred location somewhat early to ensure you can find a spot to set up. If camping or glamping is more your style, then making campsite reservations months in advance to ensure you get a camping spot has become a necessity. Even getting up to Mount Bachelor takes some planning with the increase in skiers. Ski lifts can be packed on the weekends and even sometimes during the week. So be prepared to be in line a little once you get yourself up to those slopes. Topic number 4, expensive. All right, you may not already know this, but Bend is a little expensive. Being remote means an increase in costs. And I'm not talking Hawaii prices here, but sometimes it does feel like we're living on an island. What that means for you if you plan to live here is everything is a little more expensive. The cost of groceries can be higher because they're being trucked over the mountain from Portland or up from California. And this can add an additional 5 to sometimes 15% premium to your grocery budget. Large purchases like buying a car in Central Oregon can be a little pricier. It might run you an additional few $1,000s if you want to find something here in Central Oregon. When I purchased my car a few years ago, I decided to look not only in Bend, but up in Portland. And after some time on the internet, I did find the exact car I wanted, and it was a little cheaper by about $3,000 by making the drive up to Portland. Car dealerships know that it's inconvenient to make that 7-hour round trip, and so they will add a premium to their prices. Topic number 3, housing costs. Okay, Bend real estate can also be a little expensive. The median home price in the US is around $400,000. In Bend, that number is almost double at $742,000. If you're moving here and plan to rent as you find your perfect home, rents on average are around $3,000 a month, depending on the size and location of your rental. If you want to be on the desirable west side of Bend, those numbers can be closer to $4,000 or even $5,000 for a single family home monthly. West side Bend single family homes range from around $600,000 all the way up to the $5 million and above, with the average 3-bedroom, 2-bath being closer to the $1 million mark. On the east side of Bend, homes start at a lower price range, but you're looking at closer to $800,000 for a nicer place with a backyard. Topic number 2, industry. Bend is a hotspot for college students, tech startups, manufacturing, and distilling. But if you're looking to find a great corporate job here, you may want to look elsewhere. Jobs are limited in Bend. Many of Bend's residents telecommute for that very reason. Hospitality, retail, the local hospital, and medical practices are really the biggest employers here in Central Oregon, making Bend quite a conundrum when it comes to working and living in the same city. If remote work is your jam, or you're an entrepreneur, Bend is a place for you. Lastly, and my least favorite topic, number 1, homelessness problem. According to some sources, we have over 1,800 people that are on the streets or living in shelters. This is a large amount for a small city with only a little over 100,000 people. I understand folks fall on hard times. I've actually been one of them. But the issue with our homeless population is that many of these people are here because they're drug addicts and therefore don't have a care about respecting their environment and, you guessed it, yours. And this can mean heaps of trash on the sidewalks, parking in front of your home with an old ambulance or broken down RV, and a possible increase in crime. The Oregon Department of Transportation, or ODOT, does a great job keeping our on and off ramps cleaned up, but some of the side streets on the east side of Bend especially can be packed with people that have mental health issues and load up their campsites with garbage and extra shopping carts or tents. It's a problem that Bend is working on, and we are seeing the community come together for solutions like small homes being built for those looking to get back on their feet and rehabilitation programs to help those that want to re-enter the workforce and find a way to a better life. So folks, there you have it, 7 of the worst things about living in Bend. I'm holding no punches today. It's not all roses and unicorns here in Central Oregon. But many of the people that live in Bend, myself included, often feel we found the promised land. It's beautiful. There are a lot of wonderful people who want to be here and choose to overlook some of these 7 items because the pros of living in Bend, Oregon really outweigh the cons for us. There's a reason it's been growing so fast. And if you'd like to learn more, please do reach out and be sure to stay tuned for the next video where I'll tell you everything you need to know about vibrantly living in Oregon. Until next time.